bit on the pace of life. You mentioned you felt very balanced for a few months at the beginning of the year. Tell us a bit about your writing process. Your book is called Head Case.
Right.
Tell us a bit about that, and also tell us a bit about your practice of judo and Buddhism, because you're into that as well.
Yeah. So Head Case, it's about a sports psychologist who leads for troubled athletes. And he's got a gambling addiction, dark secrets, and also suffers from a lot of family trauma. The theme of this story is if you don't discover your demons, they'll destroy you. And it doesn't matter if you're a pro athlete, rich and famous, if you don't discover them, they'll destroy you. And it just happens to also hit on, I talk a lot about, the mental illness in sports, and it just happens to be coincidental. I've been working on this for years now, so it's been, and now it's just happened to hit the zeitgeist with some Biles and Phelps,
all of these top tier athletes,
and Naomi Osaka, and even I've talked to several athletes too, and just about what they go through, and they're like human beings, just like
they're just like us, except they have that added pressure of performing all the time and being perfect all the time. Yeah.
The one line I have in for the normal psychologist, when their client has a really bad or their patient has a really bad day, millions of people aren't watching.
Exactly.
And then they don't have reporters sticking a microphone underneath them asking to dissect a couple of seconds of a mishap and then having to go through that. So that's that's a little bit different, but it's been great. I get up and able to write and stare out at the ocean. I mean, I'm very fortunate to be able to do this. I've sacrificed a lot in life and worked real hard and took risks. I've lost everything, so even there's a time in my life, started building up after being poor, making some money, and then I lost everything after 9/11 in a startup. And I think that's really that was very hard on me to finally break through and then lose everything I had and then try to go back up. But if you get what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and you just got to keep fighting. Judo. I've been training. It was actually one of my Buddhist teachers who told me to take judo, and so I was a wrestler in college and looking for a martial art, and he was the one who suggested it. And so I studied that for many years, competed at a pretty decent level, and so it was 2014. Ian Weathers is the judo sensei down here. His son Asa Weathers is a highly competitive athlete in judo. I was just missed making the Olympics for Barbados, and I try to support them wherever I can. But the dojo is wonderful. It's a really great place, and I came down here in 2014. I'm like, I'm trained. He's like, you're gonna bring your gi? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna bring my gi. He's like, all right, that's great. And we've been close friends ever since, and so they've been a wonderful family. I stayed here in 2019 for Christmas and had a real Beijing Christmas. And
tell me about that. The comparison between the North American and the Beijing. How was it for you?
Well, it was really great because I got to really start to talk and understand what Beijing culture was like. We sat around the table and just talked rather than I guess in American Christmas, it's usually centered around the kids and this and that. So this was just a table full of adults. Everyone was kind of grown. There weren't any little kids around. So I just got to ask questions about what life was like here and how it was growing up and even the differences in part of the cultures and different cultures in different part of the island. Yeah. So you think that Barbados is just one little island, but there's different cultures.
It's very nuanced.
Whether you're from the east or the south and north, it's very, very different. And even the topography of Barbados in 10 minutes, you're in the country, right? Or you're in the hills. And I love that part about Barbados and its natural beauty. And you're on the west coast or you're here and it's hotels and nice restaurants. And then you go to the raw east coast and you can feel the energy there of just, this was a really ancient place. You see those big rocks in Bathsheba or just
the cliffs. We call them mountains. They're not actually mountains. But
they're mountains. For here,
they're
the Scotland district. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place. So spending time there. So that also helped. I really wanted to understand more and immerse myself. Whenever I go to a culture, I like to immerse myself fully. And I think you should do that. Don't just hang around people that you came with. Go talk to people in
talk to
the
the
country,
locals,
get the locals, explore.
Don't just do the tourist thing.
No, that's boring. Go see the people, and um, yeah, the children here still have their innocence about them. They're really wonderful. The family life, I love seeing I see people come out on the beach and the fathers spend a lot of time with your children. And I find them to be very nurturing, and the family unit is very, very important, and I like that. That's kind of how I grew up in New Jersey, and my house was like the Kool-Aid house. Everybody was always the Grand Central Station.
Hanging out there.
All the kids were there. It was a place to be. So I like that. It's fun. The training was going really, really well. They really even changed my style. So it was much more rhythmic, so in how the moves were. I studied really classical Japanese judo, and here I was learning more of like of Asian style, which is a lot more faster hips, faster feet movement. And I was really getting into a great groove. And then, January hit and everything was closed up. We still haven't been able to go back, but I still train here. So now I go with a trainer down in Miami Beach, and if you work out, you're all sandy. And
I know you could always go take a dip in the ocean.
Yeah, that's
good way to cool down.
Flipping tires, and we're using whatever is naturally there. So you just, I think if you come here and you expect it to be like America,
no, you're going to be disappointed.
You're going to be very disappointed.
We're our own people,
Yeah, pack your patience. First things to pack.
You're on island time.
Pack your patience. And you can get whatever you want, pretty much at the price you want, as long as you're not in a rush.
True.
If you need something right away, you're in trouble. You need to, if you're worried about things breaking, because it will take time. If, a friend of mine, a fan broke in her Dell, 2 months.
Wow.
It took 2 months to get
it fixed or to get it replaced?
To get it here.
She
took an hour to fix it. But just, and it wasn't the company's fault, it's just everything right now
is slow.
Yeah. I really understand now when people were asking me if I could bring this down. I had like a suitcase, a little suitcase
for
of
people.
stuff that I brought down, and I was like, really? No. Now I get it.
Yeah. There is an adjustment compared to, because like in the States or Canada, Europe, if you order something online, you can have it the next day. That is not the case here in Barbados. It's a process. And even when it's here, your tracking number tells you it's here, you still have to wait until customs sorts it out. So, yeah.
I guess the other thing is I probably haven't worn half the clothes I brought here. So T-shirt and shorts is really all you need, and you don't need to. I bought dress shirts. I have a suit with me.
Where are you going to?
I don't know. I didn't know what was going to happen. So.
You might have a business.
You never know. Might get in trouble and have to go before Anthony and get in trouble.
Let's hope not. Don't be breaking curfew. No.
No, it wasn't.
No. But it's good. So what would you say is one of your favorite activities to do on the island? Outside of, judo, writing, what are one of the things you like?
Snorkeling. Yeah, I love being able to snorkel here at Folkestone. Is a really great marine park. And it's just a few feet of water.
Yeah.
So I went with friends of mine who weren't confident swimmers, but it was nice we could stay in that area for them.
It's pretty shallow.
Yeah. I'm a water baby. I want to be in the water all the time. Sometimes I'll go in the ocean 3 times a day.
Nice. But you live right on the sea. So
it's a little bit easier for me. So but that is one of the things I really love to do. One is just be on the water whenever I can. And that's one of the things I wanted to do. Food is great here. If you're not eating well, it's your own damn fault.
That is true.
You can find healthy choices too.
But come on, you're on an island. You're on an extended holiday. Indulge.
I guess I have, but you can. Even I found Beyond Burgers. Now you're going to pay for it, right? So you are going to pay.
The price is going to be different.
Yeah, the prices are going to be different. Food is expensive here, but you can still eat healthy.
What was that like for you? That transition, shopping here at the supermarket compared to the States? It's the price.
I live in New York. Prices.
Then again,
prices are pretty expensive
New York
there.
Is an expensive city.
I live in Westchester, and things are expensive there. Okay. So, and I guess how this will come off. But honestly, I spent so many years starving to death. I still to this day I can't eat ramen noodles because I
You
lived
had
on.
too much.
Yeah, I went to Japan. I'm like, oh, I can't go into it. This is the best ramen.
And they're
noodle.
renowned for it. It's like,
and I just couldn't because my
Wow.
so I tend not to really look at prices when I food shop. I'm like, I am going to eat healthy food. I'm going to put healthy food in my body,
Right.
and I don't care what it costs. But I'm fortunate I can be in a position
To be able to make that
to
decision.
be able to make the decision. But I made it even years ago after finally trying to breaking through and recovering from that. Just I want to eat good food. I want to eat healthy food, and so that's something I'm willing to do on. But there's a lot of things that are all pretty inexpensive. Even gas here is more expensive than the U.S., but you don't really drive that much. I mean, I fill my car up maybe once a month.
And I mean, we're not that big anyway, so like,
Yeah,
how
where
far
are you
can
gonna
you go?
go?
Yeah, 166 square miles. Like,
Yeah, where you
gonna go? Exactly.
Yeah, everything's 20-30 minutes away.
Yeah.
So that's fine. And the restaurants are great.
What's your favorite Asian delicacy?
Sorrel.
Sorrel? Oh, you like the sorrel? You like the original one that's boiled, or you like the carbonated one that is?
No, original.
The original.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
And you had that at Christmas time.
I had it
You
at
loved
Christmas. I was hooked.
Yeah, it's
So
good.
even now, I'll still make sorrel with some rum in it. So
It's good.
I love sorrel.
Actually, I'm glad you said that because it makes a really great mixer for alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
I like fish cakes. Grapefruit.
Okay.
Yeah, I had one of the first, like my friends, they had me over and they had it on an open fire in the tin foil.
Oh, they were roasting it. Yeah, that's the best
Amazing.
way.
Yeah.
That is the traditional way. Like you build a wood fire and then you put it in there. It gets really burnt and dark on the outside, but it's so good when you crack it open.
Yeah.
And then you have it with some butter. So that is the traditional way. And usually, you do it at the beach. Like you take a trip to the beach and you roast it on the beach, and then you have it. Some people dip it in the sea. It's the whole traditional thing. Yeah.
And then macaroni pie, which